Hi there, Mr. Holcomb here with another episode of the Math Behind the Modules. Okay, this is lesson 3 from module 2, and today we're going to be understanding addition of integers. You find that what an integer is. An integer is a number, positive or negative, that is not a decimal or a fraction. Exercise 1. Addition using the integer key. We're going to skip that video, and we're going to move on to example 1 here, and we're showing this example. Counting on to express the sum as absolute value on a number line. Model of counting. So if we take 2 and add 4 to it, we're going to start at 0. Positive 2 means go to the right 2, that's in blue. And then positive 4 is going to be to the right 4 more, which is red. So we start at 0, go to the right 2, stay at 2, and go 4 more to the right, and we end up at our solution, which is 6. Over here, the model of counting down, if we first add 2 to 0, start at 0, we go to the right 2, but then we're adding a negative 4, which means left 4. So from that 2, we're going to go back to from where we started, and then 2 more to total 4. And our solution is going to end up at negative 2. Okay, so counting up negative 4 is the same as the opposite of counting up 4, and also means counting down 4. For each example above, what is the distance between 2 and the sum? So in this case, we got a sum of 6, and the distance from 2 to 6 is this red arrow here, or this here. And the distance is 4. We went 4 to the right, 2 plus 4 is 6. But now if we take, and here's 2, and our solution was negative 2, well, the distance is the length of this red line going this way, and the distance of that is 4. Okay? So remember, distance can't be negative, so you take the absolute value. So even if you're going left 4, negative 4, the distance is still 4. So the distance between 2 and their sums for both of these is 4. So 4 and negative 4 have the same distance, is what this is saying. B, does the sum lie to the right or left of 2 on the horizontal number line? So the sum of this example is to the right of 2 on the number line, and the sum in this example is to the left of 2. So does the sum lie to the right or to the left of 2 on the horizontal number line? So in this example, we're saying counting up to negative 4. So I believe that this question is focusing on this model here. So the answer is left. And then they're talking about a vertical number line. Well, you've been using a number line for years now. I don't know if you started in 1st or 2nd grade, but this is actually the x-axis. So if we were to draw another line vertical through 0, that would be our y-axis. We now have a coordinate plane. Think of it that way. So a vertical number line, we can draw it like this, starting, and then 0 is in the middle, 1, 2, and so on. So up is positive, as right is positive, and down is negative. As to the left is negative. So up and right, positive, down and left, negative. So above or below the vertical number line. So if we're going, oh, I forgot my T here. If we're going left, that's a negative distance, 4. If we're going to go here, it's going to be left, and then on a vertical number line, it will be C. Given the expression 54 plus 81, determine without finding the sum. We aren't going to add that. How far is 54 away from the sum? Well, if we're adding 81, this means to go to the right 81 units. So the distance is 81. We're 81, the sum is 81 units from 54 to the right. D, is the sum to the right or to the left 54 on the horizontal number line? And I just said it. We're adding 81, that's a positive, so it's to the right. Above or below on the vertical number line? Below. above, positive, above. Given the expression 4 plus negative 3, determine, without finding the sum, the distance between the 14 and the sum. Okay, well, we are going to the left 3 of 14. We don't care where we end up. This is the distance. And remember, distance can't be negative, so you take the absolute value. And the distance is 3 to the left. F. Is the sum to the right or to the left? I just answered it right there. I was more specific up there. It's to the left. Above or below on the vertical? Remember, negative is below. Okay? Moving on to exercise 2. Work with a partner to create a horizontal number line model to represent each of the following expressions. What is the sum? Alright, so remember we always start at 0. And negative 5 tells me to go 5 units. That's the distance. But the minus sign tells me it's the distance 5 units to the next. So that negative 5 must be that. Then it's saying plus 3. So I stop at negative 5 and go the other way 3 units, and I end up at negative 2. B. This one is telling me to go left 6 and then left 2 more. So I start at 0, go left 6, and then left 2 more, and my answer is negative 8. C. This one is telling me to go to the right 7, because 7's positive, and a minus 8 means left. So I'm going to start at 0, and go to the right 7. Then I'm going to start at 7 and go left 8. And I end up at negative 8. That's better. Okay, so 7 plus a negative 8 equals negative 1. Alright, exercise 3. Write an equation using verbal descriptions. Write an equation and using the number line, create arrow diagram given the following information. Create an arrow diagram. The sum of 6 and a number is. So the first thing I'd say is the sum of 6 and some number is means equals. But it's not 15, it's 15 units to the left of 6. So I'm going to put my pen on 6 and count 15 units to the left. There's 6. 9 more gives me negative 9. So 15 units to the left of 6 is the point, negative 9. Now I have to answer the question. If 6 plus what? So now I just want to know what the length of this arrow is. So now if I do a graph here, 6 plus, that means start at 0, go over to 6, and then take that away. And that is a negative 15. So 6 plus negative 15 equals negative 15. Okay. And that's the end of lesson 3. That was a quick one. So